Today we will discuss about the counting sort. Counting sort is a very efficient algorithm for sorting values that come from a limited range. Counting sort is not a comparison based sorting algorithm like the other comparison based sorting algorithm, for example the insertion sort or the bubble sort. The counting sort algorithm is also fast, as we will see when we will perform the complexity analysis. So let us see an example to understand how counting sort algorithm works. Suppose we have an unsorted array where there are 8 elements F, A, C, C, A, C, G and P from A to G. So our starting element is A and the end element is G and the array is unsorted. So for counting sort, at first we need to count every element and we will find the frequencies of every element. We will count the frequency of every element and put the frequencies in corresponding cell. So the frequency of A is 2, the frequency of B is 1, the frequency of C is 3, and for G it is 1. So this is how we counted the elements. So given the counts of the elements, we need to find the position of the elements in the sorted array. In this sorted array, in which position can we place the third C? So we have a total of 3 C here and we want to place the third C. So where can we place this third C in this array? So let's check carefully. We have 2A and 1B. So there are a total of 3 elements to be placed before we place any C. So 3 positions are already occupied and among the C's there are 3 C. So C's will be placed at position 4, 5 and 6. So this is the position where we can place the third C. So this position index is 6. How can we find 6 for the last C? To find the position of the third C in the sorted array, we need to add all the previous counts of the elements. So we add 2 plus 1 plus 3. So the last index for the last C is 6. After we place the third C, what will be the position of the second C? To place the second C, we can understand clearly that the second C will be placed at position 5. So how do we find the position 5? We just decrease the position where we placed the third C by 1. So we get 5. So we place C at 5 position. So what will be the position of the first C? We decrease the position of the second C by 1 and we get the position 4 for the first C. And this position is the position for last occurrence of the element in the array. And if we have multiple occurrence of the element, we will decrease this position by 1 and find the position of the other occurrences of the element in the sorted array. Based on this concept, we can find the position of every element in the sorted array. So an A will be placed at index 2, a B will be placed at index 2 plus 1 equals 3, a C will be placed at index 2 plus 1 plus 3 equals 6, a F will be placed at index 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1, that is equals 7, and a G will be placed at 7 plus 1 equals 8. And since there is no D and E, we will continue with this index. We will place a 6 for D and E. But since we don't have any D and E, we will ignore these indices. So this is very easy. To find the index of the current element, we add the current element frequency with the previous element frequency. For example, to find the index of the F, this is 7. So how did we compute the 7? 7 equals 1 plus 6. Here 1 is the frequency of this element and 6 comes from the previous element. So it's efficient to compute these values in the previous array. We will assume there's a 0 here. For this position we find a 2. For this position 1 plus 2, so this is 3. For this position 3 plus 3, this is 6. This position 0 plus 6, this is 6. This position 0 plus 6, this is 6. And for this position 1 plus 6, that is 7. And for this position 1 plus 7, that is 8. So in the sorted array, a G will be placed at index 8. A F will be placed at index 7 and so on. The pseudocode can be something like this. This table will no longer represent the counts. This table will represent the position of the elements in the sorted array. So we can update the table. And this is the updated table. So now we have updated this table. This table represents the position of every element for the sorted array. Element is F. We look for the sorted array position of F in this table, and that is 7. So we place F at position 7. And then we decrease 7 by 1 and we place a 6 here. Since we said if we get any other F, we will place that F at position 6. Next element is A. We look for the position in the sorted array for A. The position is 2. So we place A at position 2. And we decrease 2. And now if we get any other A, then we will place that A at position 1. Next element is C. So we look for the position of C, and C will be placed at index 6. So we place C at position 6. And we decrease the position of C by 1. So we place here 5. So the next element is C. We look for the position of C, and the position is 5. So we will place a C at position 5 and decrease the position 5 and place 4 here for the next C. Our last element is B. We look for the index of B, and B will be placed at position 3 in the sorted array. So we place B at position 3 and decrease the index to 2. And this is the sorted array.